Hello and welcome to Mains QIP Program 2020, a series of video lectures where we discuss answers to the questions which have been asked in our mains test series. In this particular video, we are going to discuss a question which was asked in International Relations and Internal Security test. The question which we have taken up today is, what do you understand by money laundering? Describe the steps taken by Indian government to control this menace. So as far as the expectations from this particular session is concerned, we are first going to understand why we have taken this particular question, and that has been guided by past year UPSC trend. Of course, syllabus along with the previous year question papers are our guides and two most important sources of guide for the preparation. But that theme should also be relevant for 2020 mains examination, and we will show the relevance in the current year as well. Then we will understand decoding of a question. Now, decoding of a question involves two things. First, that you should be able to identify the demand of the question. If you don't understand the demand, you will not be able to write the proper answer. After understanding the main demand of a question, you also need clear-cut understanding of the parts of the question, because more often than not, the marks are allocated based on the parts. So if the question has 3 parts to it, all 3 parts should be answered in order to score the maximum marks. If you leave out any one of them, and if that is a 15 marker, 5 marks have already been gone and you will be evaluated out of 10 marks. So that is a big loss in mains examination. Then we will make a sample answer by trying to understand the issues and its various dimensions, and also we'll try to adopt balanced viewpoint in our answers, and then you can say we will review our own sample answer. So let us now first understand why we have taken this particular question. The syllabus of UPSC under GS3 paper says money laundering and its prevention. So it is expected of you to understand what money laundering is. Also, since it is obviously a crime, you also need to understand the methods or modes of the prevention of money laundering. Not only that, UPSC has asked question from this topic in 2013. Money laundering poses a serious security threat to a country's economic sovereignty. What is its significance for India and what steps are required to be taken to control this menace? And that is why we have formulated this particular question. Not only that, if you keep track of newspapers and current events, you will see money laundering appearing in the newspaper a lot, and that is why it also becomes even more important to understand what it is. So before understanding money laundering, we first need to understand black money, or you can say that a money which breaks laws while it is being originated or moved. For example, all the money originated from crime, because while earning this revenue or money, some crime has been committed. For example, corruption or extortion, correct? Also, the amount of money or the sum of income on which the tax is not paid. So, the origin could be legal. For example, a doctor earning 1 crore per annum but not showing it to the government. So, although the money is legal in its origin, but the tax has not been paid, and hence it becomes a black money. And here comes the role of money laundering, because money laundering is the process through which black money is converted into white money. And it is very important process, because all those people who derive their income from illicit sources, or all those people who derive income from the legal sources but they don't want to show the income to the government and hence they don't pay the taxes, money laundering becomes the only source through which they can make their money white. And so let us understand how this is done. And it is important to understand the stages of money laundering. So the first stage of money laundering is known as placement, where a collection of dirty money integrates itself into the financial system. Then the next stage is called layering, where the money is sent through various financial transactions to change its form and make it difficult to trace across the world. And third one is integration, which is that the money again re-enters the same system from where it originated. And now after this stage, this money appears to have come from legitimate source and it has already become a white money. So this is the concept of black money as well as money laundering. You just have to remember that black money is the one which is generated either as a proceeds of crime or an income on which the taxes have not been paid. Of course, you cannot utilize black money in a free manner, and hence people who earn black money want to convert it to the usable white money, and that is why they need money laundering. Money laundering involves 3 stages: placement, layering and integration. Moving on, let us understand the decoding of this particular question, which starts with identification of the parts of the question. So, if you read along the question, what do you understand by money laundering, becomes part 1 of your question. So, in the first part of the answer, you should have addressed what is actually money laundering. And then the second part should be about the steps which have been taken by the Government of India to curb the menace of money laundering. But you can easily understand that the gap between what and steps is huge. Because what is money laundering is one thing, but why government is taking steps also needs to be plugged in. Because if something is having a bad impact on economy, society or our country, then only government will take steps to prevent it. And so in between these two, we also need to somewhere plug in the negative impact of money laundering, and then we can build up the case for discussion of the steps taken by the Government of India to control this menace, and hence this answer will have 3 parts. As far as identification of key terms is concerned, you need to understand money laundering becomes first key term, steps taken by Government of India becomes another key word, and describe is third key term. So you have to basically describe the steps taken by the Government of India. You don't have to go into the analysis of the steps, whether they are effective or not and what more needs to be done. You just have to describe the steps taken by the Government of India. Let us now understand the answer structure. As far as the introduction is concerned, you have to define money laundering, or alternatively, you could have given a data about money laundering as to what is the current status of money laundering in our country. Then, as far as the body part is concerned, you have to mention negative consequences of money laundering and the steps taken by the government as we have understand. So as we have discussed earlier that although the negative consequences have not been asked in the question, but it becomes very important to explain, otherwise you will directly start from mentioning what is money laundering and will directly go over to the steps taken by the Government of India. But before that, you need to explain what kind of damages is the money laundering causing to our society, and that is why the steps have been taken. And finally, we will conclude by focusing on international community and its actions. Let us start with the sample answer by reading the question itself. What do you understand by money laundering? Describe the steps taken by the Indian government to control this menace. So the introduction starts by money laundering is the process of conversion of illegal tender or money to legal money through the process of placement, layering and integration, as we have understood in the earlier slide. Then, as a continuation of introduction, you can describe the negative consequences of money laundering. And that is where you will start by saying it is important to curb the menace of money laundering as it has following negative consequences. Economic negative consequences, societal negative consequences. As far as negative consequences on economy is concerned, you can obviously understand that such a large amount of unaccounted money which has been artificially injected into our system increases the money flow very rapidly, and hence it leads to a lot of inflation. And when law enforcement agencies try to actually curb the money laundering process, then this money suddenly goes away, and which leads to a lot of fall in the stock prices, which hurts the real investor as well. Then local businesses are at disadvantage since such money has paid lesser taxes coming from tax havens. Then as far as the negative societal consequences are concerned, you should understand that money laundering as a process is mainly conducted by criminals. And as the emphasis on money laundering and demand for money laundering increases, the criminal activities proliferate. And then all those people who are paying their taxes with full honesty and on time are at great disadvantage when money laundering becomes very common, because the tax is like a penalty at them. You pay taxes, you get no benefits, and the person who is not paying any taxes not only is not being penalized, he or she is also getting all his money back. And hence there is a need to control the menace of money laundering, and for that government has already taken a lot of steps. First is that a committed and a dedicated act or a statutory provision has been made known by the name of Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, which actually makes provisions for the punishment in cases of money laundering. The money laundering must be linked with some other crime to be punished. For example, corruption or extortion. So money laundering in itself independently is not a crime, but the source of money to be utilized for money laundering has to be a criminal activity, and on the basis of which the punishments are given. And the statute or the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002 defines 156 crimes as crimes which can be punished for money laundering. As far as these offenses are concerned, they are taken up by either CBI, Customs or State Police. And the money laundering part is handled by a specialized agency known by the name of Enforcement Directorate. So we can understand that money laundering as a whole involves two stages. First is that you have to collect the money or you have to aggregate the money, and that has to be done by committing some crime. And the second one is the money laundering itself. So this part is taken care by Enforcement Directorate. After that, smugglers and foreign exchange manipulators, Forfeiture of Property Act 1976 and Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 was created to provide for the penalty of property derived from or used in illegal traffic in narcotics drugs. Then Know Your Customer guidelines have been given, which keep a track of all the money coming to the banking system, and they also make sure that the money which is flowing into our system is clean, and that is why very stringent set of Know Your Customer guidelines have been issued. After that, India is also a full member of FATF and follows the guidelines of the same. So these are the steps which have been taken by the government in order to stop the menace of money laundering. Then comes the conclusion part. In recent years, the international community has become more aware of the dangers that money laundering poses. In recent years, the international community has become more aware of the dangers that money laundering poses in all these areas, and many government and jurisdictions have committed themselves to taking actions. So let us now begin reviewing our answer. Our answer had intro, body and conclusion. The presentation was simple and it included sub-points. The language was very straightforward and simple, and the question demanded the answer to be written in 250 words, and the answer finally was within the tolerance limit of 275 words.